What happens when a small town decides to blow up an 8-ton whale with half a ton of dynamite? Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what happened in Oregon on November 12, 1970. This bizarre event was so outrageous and chaotic that it's still being talked about decades later. Before we dive into the full story and all the messy, jaw-dropping details, hit that subscribe button and join us as we explore the strangest stories from history. Trust me, this one is worth sticking around for. The story begins on a quiet beach near Florence, Oregon. A massive, 8-ton sperm whale washed ashore, its decomposing body becoming an unmissable, smelly problem for the local authorities. The smell of rotting whale was unbearable, and leaving the carcass to decay naturally wasn't an option, especially with local residents complaining. Burial seemed impractical due to its enormous size, and towing it back out to sea was dismissed as being too difficult. So, in a move that could only be described as bold, or maybe reckless, the Oregon Highway Division came up with a truly explosive idea: why not blow the whale up with dynamite? The logic behind this plan was as questionable as it was fascinating. Officials believed that a controlled explosion would break the whale into smaller pieces, which would then either disintegrate or be carried off by seagulls and other scavengers. It seemed like an efficient, if unconventional, solution. So, on that fateful day, November 12, 1970, the stage was set for an event that would go down in history as one of the most absurd decisions ever made. Engineers calculated that 20 cases of dynamite, amounting to about 450 kilograms, almost half a ton, should be sufficient to do the job. Crowds gathered along the beach, eager to witness this unusual spectacle. News cameras rolled, and reporters prepared for what they thought would be a controlled and fascinating display. But what actually happened was anything but controlled. When the dynamite was detonated, the explosion was far more powerful than anticipated. Instead of breaking the whale into manageable pieces, the blast launched massive chunks of blubber into the air like a meteor shower. Huge pieces of the whale rained down on the beach and surrounding areas, sending spectators running for cover. One giant piece of blubber even crushed a parked car that was positioned a quarter-mile away. The smell of scorched, decomposing whale lingered in the air, and instead of solving the problem, the explosion created an even bigger mess. The aftermath was chaotic. Pieces of whale remained scattered across the beach, and instead of attracting scavengers, the remains only attracted more complaints from locals. The city eventually had to clean up the mess manually, rendering the entire plan a complete failure. To make matters worse, the incident was caught on film, immortalizing the moment for the world to see. Over the years, the footage has become a legendary piece of internet history, a prime example of what can happen when human ingenuity goes hilariously wrong. The story of the exploding whale isn't just a tale of poor decision-making. It's a fascinating look at how humans try to solve problems with unconventional methods. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest solutions are the best, and that dynamite is rarely the answer. The event also serves as a cultural touchstone, inspiring everything from local legends to comedy sketches, proving that even failures can leave an unforgettable mark. So, what do you think? Was this an over-the-top attempt at problem-solving, or just a spectacularly bad idea? Let us know in the comments, and while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more wild stories like this. The next one might blow your mind, hopefully not quite as literally as this.